Roblox recently released an update, and there's probably a pretty good chance that you guys saw it at some point. You know, you either saw it whilst playing a game on Roblox for yourself, or you saw it in a YouTube video. Because let me tell you, the second that update was released, the official Roblox vultures swooped in and pushed out videos as quickly as they possibly could. As for me, well, I was quite literally sleeping. And you know what, if you guys like sleeping, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe so we can try and get that goal of 220,000. But yeah, when I woke up and finally went through all of the messages and screenshots regarding this update, I decided it wasn't exactly something I should make a video on. This specific update that I am talking about is the new playlist, or kinda new. It's not really there anymore. Listen, it's a long story, so let's get into that a little bit more. So besides the fact that I was literally sleeping, I guess there's a little more to why I didn't originally make a video. Obviously, I had and still have things to say about the new playlist, and I'll get into that in just a second, but I just didn't feel like I had enough to say about it to then get at least 6 minutes of video. So with this new Roblox playlist, when it actually got released, like I said, I was kinda busy, which means I didn't actually get to see it for myself, which I'm slightly angry about, but fear not, guys. The lovely Twitter account for Bloxy News obviously tweeted out a video pretty much showcasing the playlist. The Roblox in-game leaderboard has received a UI facelift. With it comes an all-new look, new icons and more. That's an interesting way of putting it, not necessarily the one I personally would have used, but I guess the Roblox leaderboard got a facelift. Recently, I've been trying to be more positive with the changes and updates that Roblox very kindly gives to us, but I do have to say this. The first time I looked at this playlist, my first impressions were not great. What I mean by that is I really didn't like it. The first thing I noticed was the sizing and the really weird placing of it. To me, it seems slightly longer or wider than the previous one, and you know, I don't even need to explain the placing. It literally looks like it's flying 10 feet away from the edges, and those gaps are making my eyes incredibly sad, and I'm just not having a great time with it. But there was also a post on the developer forums about this update, and that is pretty much doing the same thing, you know, showing off the new playlist, but also showing in which ways it's different to the previous playlist. You see, the thing with this post though is it was made on the 29th of October, and as you know, it's now December, and the first line of the post reads, "The playlist is about to receive some quality life changes. Here is a list of the visual improvements that are going live on Wednesday, October 30. And I completely forgot that this happened, but I'm pretty certain that I remember something changing at around that time. I basically remember joining a Roblox game and my name was yellow in the playlist. I was kind of confused and maybe slightly scared, but I then just left the game and forgot that it happened until right now. But forget all of that, we came here to this post for the supposed upcoming changes from that time. Your own username is now highlighted in the playlist. I would assume this was talking about the whole yellow name situation, but from the Bloxy News video, it also seems that your name is kinda highlighted in this most recent update, but it's not really yellow, it's more just a bold text. So I guess we can say that it's highlighted in white, which is probably the only good thing about this update. The highlight colour when clicking on another player's name is now white instead of blue. This literally just means the colour of the bar when you click on a name. So right now, if you were to go into a game and click a name on the leaderboard, it would light up as blue. So I suppose they are now wanting to change that to white. We added a hover state when mousing over other players' names. Not gonna lie, I really had no idea what this meant, but then I decided to actually watch the video that they provided. I don't know how to explain it, but you can pretty much understand just by watching said video. It kind of just faintly highlights when you hover your mouse over it. Yeah, I really shouldn't have tried to explain that. Let's just leave the video to do the talking, metaphorically. And now for the fun part. They kind of want to remove some things. There were some icons that we decided to remove because they were redundant and confusing. Here is that list too. And I mean, they only want to remove 2 icons, but you know, it's still removing more features that literally no one had a problem with. Both the friend request pending icon and the this user is following you icon. But you see, they claim that the icons are confusing and redundant basically means that they are no longer needed. I just fail to see how or why they would even think this. I've never seen anyone take a look at these icons and get confused. I honestly think the most confusing thing in this situation is how they came up with the idea that icons to show a pending friend request and that a user is following you are no longer needed. Additionally, this icon will now be used for all situations where you are following someone, including when they are following you back. Right, so I literally just sat and read this sentence a good few times and I'm still slightly confused by it. I think it means that's gonna be the icon when you follow someone and also if they are following you back, which still really doesn't make sense to me. Why would you use the same icon for if you follow someone versus if you follow each other? Imagine you're following your favorite YouTuber on Roblox and you see that icon next to their name and you then start thinking that they followed you back. This is about to give a whole lot of people some lovely false hope. But never mind the old icons being confusing, they were completely fine. I think it's the fact that they're trying to change things that don't need changing that's confusing, to me at least. You know what, I really couldn't tell you why these changes are being made. Not once have I ever seen anybody complain about any of the things that they are changing, nor have I ever really seen anybody even talk about them in any regards. It's a playlist. It lists the players that are currently playing the game. There's really not that much to it. It's kind of just there. And I've personally never thought that much into it. Like, it's really not as deep as it's being made out to be. Only one icon will be displayed on the playlist at a time. That means you'll no longer see, for example, the friend icon and the premium icon side by side. Ah yes, thank you Roblox, very cool. You guys can either be friends with someone or you can buy Roblox Premium. I am so sorry, but you cannot have both. That is no longer how things work around here. They also mention at the end of this post that all of this is in preparation for a brand new look for the playlist, which I guess is that playlist update that we got a few days ago. And at the beginning of this video, I said that the update was new. Kinda. What I meant by that is they have already removed it and it lasted barely a day. Yes, that's right, they removed yet another feature, except this time I guess it's a good thing. This update has been reverted for the time being. This may be due to some negative feedback about the sizing, transparency and how it was placed compared to the rest of the UI. They will most likely add it back at a later date. You know what, I do kind of hope that they add another playlist update. They seem to be really keen on the idea of changing or improving it, so why not? Just absolutely not in the way they just attempted to. But the moral of the story and the moral of this video is Roblox listened to us. The reason they removed it is still unconfirmed, but either way, let's just let ourselves think that they removed it due to the negative feedback. And if that actually is the case, then Roblox continue to improve themselves, which is always incredible to see. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the new playlist being added and removed in barely one day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.